Nice doll.
That's what you think.
Hey everybody, this is Damien with Cinemaroll.
And this is Nicole.
And we're going to be diving into Annabelle Comes Home, the third entry into the Annabelle series. This movie kind of ties in the Conjuring with Annabelle, and they always kind of had, they take place in the same universe. But this movie, with having the Warrens in it, brings both movies together a little bit more cohesively. Was it a good movie? I think it was a good movie. Were you liked it?
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty enjoyable. There were some parts in the movie that I thought were like, in horror movies, it's all about having believable characters. I think that's what makes us attached to the characters. And Annabelle definitely had some realistic characters, but it kind of dived into some things I feel like they could have left them out. And I don't want to spoil any of the movie for you guys if you're just kind of like watching this before you've ever seen it, or if this is in the future and you're going to maybe watch it, through a streaming service or on Blu-ray. But there's some things it has some problems. It's not the best Annabelle. If you try to compare it to some of the Conjurings, I would say this is probably the worst. If it was a Conjuring movie, it didn't live up to the first or the second one. But it's still a good and enjoyable movie. As far as the acting is concerned, I think the cast did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think they did pretty good. There were a couple cast members who were maybe a little unbelievable and slightly annoying. But I think they did a pretty good job.
Bob's got balls. Bob, yeah. I think it's Bob's got balls or Bob's has balls.
Yeah.
I could have done without his character.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell that his character was there for comedic relief.
Yeah.
And you don't really see that in the Conjuring universe. Yeah. Neither one of the Conjuring movies or the Annabelle movies really had comedic relief.
Yeah.
And whenever he was around, there was some kind of joke or some kind of comedy that was going to take place.
It could have been a little corny.
It was corny.
Yeah.
And then one of, let's say, I don't want to say demons. It wasn't a demon. One of the evil presences that was in the movie was mainly having to do with Bob, and he's played by Michael Cimino. And he does a pretty good job as a character for the time period that character would have acted like. I think he did a good job with that. I just think his whole character could have been left out.
I definitely agree. They
spent way too much time. I think it took away from the movie. And I don't know if they would have needed to replace it with something else, but I definitely don't think it added anything to the movie.
I feel like it could have been left out altogether. I don't really think they needed to replace it. It would have been good without it.
Maybe. But the other characters were great.
Yeah.
Now, the character played by Katie Sarif, I'm sorry if I'm jacking their names up, but it's hard to pronounce them. Katie Sarif, her character was super annoying. And did things where, that classic movie, horror movie trope where it's like, what are you doing? She was that character.
Yeah.
She was that character. And she had some times where it was like, she deserves what's coming to her, but other than that, Judy Warren's character played by McKenna Grace, she did a great job.
She did great. I really enjoyed it.
She did a really good job. I actually would love to see her in more horror movies because it kind of reminds me, I forget her name, and I know she died a long time ago, and there was a lot of controversy about that, but the girl who, she played the little girl in the Poltergeist movie from back in the day.
Yeah.
It's just something about her that just kind of fits that stereo.
It really did. She was
type
really,
of
I feel like her
classic
very
horror movie
authentic
character
too. I feel like she did a lot of times in the other movies. She doesn't really get to shine. I feel like she definitely got a chance to shine in this movie, and I really enjoyed her. Role in this movie a lot. Like I really liked her a lot.
Yeah, she was really good. Her character was good. The acting was on point. The other character, Madison Eisman, who played Mary Ellen. Yeah. Mary Ellen was a great character also.
Yeah.
They nailed those characters, and when the horror started to jump off, they did. They had pretty good and believable performance.
Yeah, their reactions were very, very real.
Back in the past, Annabelle. Actually, I think it was the first Conjuring where they, the Warrens go to take Annabelle from the two roommates, and they take the doll and put it in their room of haunted and enchanted things. So we kind of go from there, and then we follow along. I guess this is a year. I'm not sure where this fits into the Conjuring universe because it says a year later, and I'm not sure how long Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2 took place after that had happened. So I'm not sure, and I know that the Warrens were out of town for majority of this movie. So I don't know if they were in London, you know, for the events of the Conjuring 2.
Yeah, they could have been gone doing something with another one of the movies.
Well, all I know is that the Warrens weren't really in the movie most of the... They opened with the Warrens, and then they closed with the Warrens. And most of the movie is the youth have full reign of this movie. This could have been a YA title because it was nothing but teenagers, and then, you know, the child, Judy Warren, and that was it. Still made it enjoyable, but it definitely was a more of a YA type of movie, especially considering, you know, the previous, at least, Conjuring. Well, I guess in Annabelle, the main character, they were mostly kids. Do I think that this was, well, where do I rank this in Annabelle's? And Annabelle's, this is definitely the second best Annabelle. It wasn't as good as the last one.
Yeah.
And I like that they did some...
Yeah, I would say second.
Yeah, they did some things where I think, you know, they moved in some different directions, which I think was a good thing for trying it. But it definitely was a little bit different of a movie than what we're used to seeing in the Conjuring universe and in the Annabelle universe. But I think it works.
Yeah, I don't know if this is spoiling, but I do like how they, you know, they always have that room full of the, I guess, demonic little stuff they have, possessed stuff. I like how in this movie they at least explain some of the things. Because you get to kind of figure out.
They do. They break down pretty much everything that's in that haunted room. So, and I thought they were going to go with just trying to be able to reach for some more characters and do some more spin-offs. I know we haven't seen... there's supposed to be a Crooked Man movie, and I'm anticipating that, but I thought that they were trying to reach for more characters and maybe do more spin-offs. But they pretty much, they opened everything in that room, and they pretty much wrapped it in this
it was very tasteful how they did
this movie. I don't feel like we have much more that we can do with Annabelle right now, though. I feel like at this point, this could be just the wrap of Annabelle.
Yeah, keep her in that glass.
Yeah, keep her in the glass because she's not to be played with.
No.
And you know, I think that, you know, from where we started in the Conjuring 1, where it showed the backstory how Annabelle came, unless they do some more prequel stuff or something happens to the Warrens and she gets out again, I don't really see where we can go from here.
Annabelle should show for now.
And there's so many different stories that they can tell between the Slender Man and more Conjurings and maybe even, you know, remember the Scarecrow from the last Annabelle? I don't think we've ever seen really much from that. And then I know they showed a trailer where the Scarecrow was in, you know, part of it, but I didn't see the Scarecrow in the movie at all. So I know that's something they maybe can, you know, maybe do another movie, or that can be another, you know, something that they put in. I don't know. But, you know, this should be a wrap for Annabelle.
Yeah.
Overall, I give this movie 3 Cinemarolls out of 5.
I'll give it 3.5 because I really feel like it did what a scary movie needs to do, which is keep me at the edge of my seat, and it gave me that shock factor. So I'll give it a 3.5 for that.
Yeah, and I can respect that because overall, it's an enjoyable movie. Some of the pros, there's great tension in the movie, which the Conjuring universe, they're known for that. Great tension, great characters, great... Actually, there's really great CGI in the movie. It's almost like a summer blockbuster when it comes to the CGI. I was really surprised with that. So overall, that's great. The only cons I give it was they had some unbelievable characters. And they kind of went in the comedic humor a little bit too much for me. But it was definitely an enjoyable movie.
I agree.
So this has been Damien
and
Nicole with Cinemaroll. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Make sure you like this video if you liked it. Subscribe. If you want to discuss the movie a little bit further, go in the comments, because I like to interact with everybody in the comments. Some of the other channels that I have, I really like to get into it with people in the comments, because, I mean, let's be honest, that's where it can just keep going longer and longer and longer, more than what, you know, 5, 10, 15 minute video. I'm not going to film a 30-minute video, or maybe I will do a live one day, but this is the first video for the channel. So, you know, you guys, let me know how you feel in the comments about Annabelle Comes Home. See you later.